So tell me, Gina, what are some of the things that you do to practice self-love?
1, 2, 3, 4. For me, get my hair done. Foremost important. Yes. I have to get my hair done. I do a body scrub. I try and do one at least twice per month. And I'll have a routine where I'll do a facial. It doesn't have to be anything in depth. I'll use my cleanser, my scrub, put on my mask, listening to music, doing something while the mask is being dried, to just uplift my spirit and just have some me time. I think that is foremost important, especially for women who have children and say you have a very busy lifestyle. Self time with self is very important. Say in the mornings when I get up, um, I try to meditate at least say for 10 minutes or so. So I pray and I just channel and focus on the word and just have it just those are just some of the things I try at least once per week to call up my besties. You just chat about any and everything. I find that helps me as well. So but it is very, very important to have time to spend with yourself, something that you enjoy doing.
Yeah, and it's funny, like even in relationships, it's like especially for men, they can't understand, like if you say to them, I need to go and do something for myself or by myself. It's as if you're doing something wrong. They don't understand these things. But I feel personally that when you are able to connect with yourself on a personal level and have that time, that fulfilling time for yourself, you can be a better spouse.
You'll find that you tend to not let everything be a bother. You're just more peaceful because time with yourself. And all right, so for example, you have some people who prefer to do like maybe 20 minutes worth of meditation. What they meditate on, people's lifestyle, their beliefs are different. But just the fact that you are able to take that time to focus on whatever it is, you're having a bad weekend, like, okay, I need to break this. And, some people would pray before, Lord, just channel off this, break off this, whatever it is that the enemy is trying to throw at me. And, you just focus on the positives. I am strong, I'm powerful. Over time, you'll find that you'll be better individuals to yourself, to your family members, to even friends.
Louise Hay said that loving others is easy when you learn to love yourself. So a lot of persons don't understand the depth of really loving yourself, this whole self-love
Mm-hmm.
that we're talking about. So tell me quickly, how do you feel? So you practice, you're loving on yourself and you're practicing all these nice stuff, yes? How do you feel after practicing or doing all of these routines?
At first, it was a challenge because it felt like wasted time. It felt like wasted time. I remember one evening I came home and I just felt so down, and I just started gathering my stuff. I was playing some music and I just started getting my bowl together and throwing in some scrub, and I'm going to just do me this evening. And I remember while in the midst of doing the body scrub, the mask was on my face, and it just it's like I heard a voice say, "You're wasting all this precious time." And I didn't do it for weeks after. But then I realized, though I felt guilty, because I did feel guilty. I felt guilty. Um, I still felt good. I was like, okay, all right, we're gonna try this, take another approach. And then I continued doing, little things. Exfoliate my face, put on some mask. All right, this feel good. In the morning, I wake up, your skin is glowing and nice. I'm like, okay, all right. So, I remember one particular evening, I came home and I was like, okay, everybody needs to be in bed by X time because I need some me time. And I said to my baby, I said to her, listen, you have to get in bed by 8 o'clock because she doesn't sleep early, no matter how tired she is. And she was saying, but mom, and she went on and on and on. And I was not having it. I said, listen, mommy needs some me time. And I remember I just went in the bathroom and I locked the door.
I guess that is the part that seems selfish.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's not selfish. Because you have to get that time for yourself so that you can be a better mother to her.
Yeah. It feels good.
And I can just see your expression while you're talking about, yes, loving on yourself. Girl, I do it and I can tell you that I am my best self when I really take time out for me, like in my own little space and doing my own thing. I have this thing, I don't know what you call your thing, but for me, I call it dating. Yes. So I'm like, okay, girl, we're going on a date with self today. Yes. And as you said, at first it felt like, what am I doing? I was at this restaurant sitting there, and even if nobody was looking at me, in my head, I'm like, all these people are just looking at me. They're probably saying, oh, she's crazy. But then, I was able to, talk myself out of that. And in a couple of minutes, I was like, they're ordering, and I did a video on that thing. I was like, oh my God, I'm having a date with myself. And the more I do it, the easier it became. Yes, and I'm sure that's your experience. It got easier over time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Remember now, be resilient. You got this. I am proud of you.